Welcome to Direct Movie Review, where we hope that Tim learned to check that door for heat. This is Lou.
And Frank. And thank you for the backdraft reference there, Lou.
I thought you'd like that one. So why don't we get right into it? Frank had a great experience a few days ago. He got to see one of his favorite movies on a big screen. Frank?
Yes, a few days ago I found out that Cranford Movie Theater, a town right next to us, was playing The Silence of the Lambs for only $5. Me being a fan of that movie, Hannibal Lecter, I loved the first Silence of the Lambs, so I had to see it. Got one of my friends to take me. It was amazing to see it on the big screen, because it was just like they just did it yesterday, seeing it on the big screen. Even though it looks like now it's like, what, 15-year movie now? But I had an awesome time seeing it, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, it was something I could check off the bucket list. Like, if we could get like Backdraft on there, then I really would be happy.
There you go.
But I like seeing that, like, old movies, given a shot to go one night back into the movie theater. And then you can't be $5 a movie, even though you can own this movie on DVD right now, but still, you're not getting the theater view of it. And the theater did have people in it. I don't know if these make money, but they did, because me and my friend went there. We were the first two in there, and then all of a sudden people started walking in, and yeah, it packed a little nice house for a movie that was only playing one time. So I had a good time there. And then a couple weeks ago I saw The Gift, which we talked about on our summer movies thing. The Gift, starring Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall. That movie was kind of a twisted movie. It's a thriller, but the more twisted comes at the end, because the more you want to watch the movie, the more you unravel stuff. You look at Jason Bateman's character and you see something's not right there, and you just know that there's more stuff hidden beyond these lies and secrets. So,
yeah, my friend at work just described it as a big puzzle that you'll have to put together, and then you'll be shocked at the ending.
Yeah, it was a big puzzle, like Lou just said, but it was a good movie. The ending made sense for it. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys what the ending was, because then you won't see it. But I'm just gonna say, be ready for a twisted ending that you will never see coming. And yeah, so those were my two movie experiences so far in the past 2-3 weeks. And we're trying to see Vacation. Hopefully that's still around, even though I think Cranford's still keeping it. The theater I just went to, Silence of the Lambs, they say they're still keeping it, so cross our fingers we go there to see Vacation, so I can give you up the review on Vacation. Back to Whirly World.
Vacation is definitely on my list as well. But I have one. I recently just watched Straight Outta Compton. Now, my friends, let me tell you something about Straight Outta Compton. If you're going to movies to see it just based off of NWA, the rap group itself, you might be a little disappointed, because this movie focuses more on the lead singer of Eazy-E. So just bear in mind, if you're a fan, you'll love it, of NWA, but it does focus a lot more on Eazy-E and how he was afraid to be on the mic, and how he unfortunately died of AIDS and was no longer with us after deciding to screw like nine girls at once. And that's basically how that went. And then I also recently got to watch Vendetta with the Big Show from the WWE. Amazingly good movie. I can't think of the other guy's name right this sec, Frankie.
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain. You people might know Dean Cain from Lois and Clark. Great TV series, probably the only decent Superman TV series to ever come out. And for you Smallville fans out there, I say I'm sorry, but before Smallville, there was Lois and Clark, and there's no need to see Superman as a little boy.
But you said you saw Straight Outta Compton, and we're talking about Straight Outta Compton because it made straight out of big money.
Oh yeah.
It made over expectations, taking in almost 60 million its first week, and now it's up to over 100 million now in its 2-week mark, and that's the movie that everyone's spotting to go see right now in the month of August. I mean, we're at the dog days of summer now. It's almost over. You know, you got your fall movies coming in with the awards So, yeah, this is good. Straight Outta Compton will be your last summer hit before we head on to the awards season.
And I just want to add one other thing in here. For those of you that keep track of the box office and the money makings like we do, we can honestly say this with pride and joy, that Universal is laughing all the way through the summer. No doubt about it.
Yes, Lou means that they are, because they have reached $200 billion from all the movies that came out of the summer, between Pitch Perfect 2, their number one hit Jurassic World, now Straight Outta Compton, Trainwreck, Ted 2. All those movies made money, and Universal just took away, and they're at $2 billion. Disney's behind them though. Disney had some hits with Inside Out and Ant-Man. So that's been your summer of the studio-wise. Universal made a lot, and then number two, it's not made $2 billion, but it's not that far back either. It has to go to Disney.
Well, you know Disney's never too far behind with anything they do.
No, because Inside Out came out, and a lot of people took to it, even adults. So that made more money than they thought it would, and now it's at, just alone in the U.S., it's at $340 million for an animated film. It's made more than the Minions.
Wow.
And Minions are Universal. That's probably what also helped Universal get $2 billion. But still, Disney did have Ant-Man, and they did do Inside Out, and I think they did that Tomorrowland movie with George Clooney, and that one did so-so, but at the end it still end. Once the money's all settled in, Disney was number 2, Universal was number 1.
And that's just how that turned out. Speaking of Disney, we have some news out there for you Pirates of the Caribbean fans. Now I'm excited for this because I was a big fan of the character when he was in the original 3. So girls, you'll be running to the theaters for this one. The young talent Orlando Bloom is returning for Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Yes, it's Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Which is called Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Is it called Dead Men Tell No Tales? I'm gonna look it right now. Oh, you are right. It opens July 7th, 2017. You still have a while to go. But, yeah, Orlando Bloom is in the cast. Johnny Depp returned. Jeffrey Rush returned. We got Javier Ben, that guy from Country Old Men. I guess he's going to be the villain. The only person we don't see returning is, of course, Keira Knightley, who we haven't seen since 2007, The World's End.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I thought that they would bring Penelope Cruz back, but it's not looking they're bringing her character back just yet.
No, this looks like to be maybe something big with Orlando Bloom coming back. I don't know much about these movies. I remember seeing the last one and the first one, so I missed the two that were in '06 and '07. So I only know the one with Penelope Cruz and the first one. But Blue knows most of these movies. So if you have any questions about these movies, Blue will be the guy to talk to you about Pirates. He goes to Disney a lot, so he would know. Yeah. So Orlando Bloom is back. And speaking of Disney itself, they just went around. I believe they were. I don't know what they were doing, but they announced. They gave away photos and saying that Cars 3 is coming out, along with what else did they say besides Cars 3?
Well, if you're a Toy Story fan, and
Oh,
of course
yes.
you'll love Toy Story 4 with your characters Woody, Buzz, Jessie.
Yes,
Not too sure if Andy will be in it. It's a possibility.
yes, we did read Toy Story 4 will be coming back for another sequel. We don't know how that's gonna go. It's gonna be a whole new story. Cars 3. I don't know what you could say about
You know,
Cars 3.
it's just Cars is how you take it. You know, either you love that franchise or you don't like that franchise. It's kind of in between. But another thing that Disney announced, for those of us who have the superhero inside of us, and it's long awaited sequel that everybody's been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, it'll finally be here. It will be The Incredibles 2.
Yes. Everyone wanted it. 2004, the original came out. We're at 2015, and we finally got word they're making Incredibles 2. We knew they were making a Finding Dory, the Finding Nemo sequel, the Finding Dory. But Incredibles was the only movie so far that didn't have a sequel, and now they have the green light to make the sequel. But I don't know what year they're looking for. Right now, their spots are kind of full with Alice in Wonderland and Pirates, and the live action movies with Beauty and the Beast and all those fairy tale movies. So we'll see where they stick in right now. We don't know, but when we know, we'll let you guys know. And speaking of superheroes, 20th Century Fox had a very bad month this month.
Oh, yes.
The long-awaited debut of the new Fantastic Four.
Was not fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, and any mean stretch.
Well, it's not fantastic when your director of the movie goes out and says, "Don't blame me when this movie's bad. Blame 20th Century Fox for using CGI."
CGI.
Yeah, and corny special effects like the use of the Green Lantern. And I believe that, and it hurt them. It hurt them making money, because what the director said kept a lot of people from going into the theater and seeing it, and therefore Fantastic Four bombed. The worst really showing of a big superhero movie. That was supposed to be their saving grace. A new Fantastic Four, because the first two 10 years ago didn't live up to the hype, and this one just didn't live up to the hype at all. I don't even think you could come back from this.
Well, when people, I have a friend at work who went and saw Fantastic Four. He took his kid, and he said he would rather have taken his kid to go see Fantastic Four: The Silver Surfer. Which, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen The Silver Surfer, it wasn't the best sequel to a hero movie that you could have, but people are saying that Fantastic Four: The Silver Surfer was better than the reboot, which again, that just says ouch. Speaking of movies, in a way, I wish they would stop rebooting this one, but they're gonna keep doing it until they get it right, apparently, because you know they screwed it up 4 times now. I believe we're gonna head into. The only thing good about this one is if you're a fan of My Cousin Vinny, and or the movie The Wrestler, where she's almost completely naked through the most of it. Marissa Tomei will be in this one, and we're talking about, again, the web slinger himself, Spider-Man.
Yep, as Luke informs, Marissa Tomei will play, what will she play?
Aunt May.
Aunt May. Yes, they have found a new Spider-Man already. I do not know who he is. He's some kid. Don't know much about him. All I know is they're trying to get this done. They're trying to do this, the third round of Spider-Man. They're pretending like the one that came out in 2004 and 2014 and 2012. Those two with Andrew Garfield didn't count. We're just gonna move them away. Don't put those out of your head.
Which is sad when you have a talent like Emma Stone in there who deserved to be noticed in a movie like that. You know, that should have been her make it or break it role, and unfortunately, I hope it didn't hurt her, and I hope it doesn't turn into a break it role. I hope she can come back from such a thing.
But again, Marvel likes to do this reboot after reboot. I would just give him some time away now for Spider-Man, but they're looking to jump right into it and start another generation where he's back in high school, school, we're gonna hear the whole story again, and even you said the Osborns are in it again for the third time. Yes.
Yes, the Osborns are back. There's only so many times we can see Spider-Man face Harry Osborn and his annoying father. But how about we get into some good news here. For those of you that are a fan of the 1988 blockbuster itself, it's finally been confirmed that a certain person had an interview and they basically got it yanked out of them. Winona Ryder, we all know her and love her as Lydia Deetz, and she announced that Beetlejuice 2 is happening, is pretty much confirmed, and that Michael Keaton and her are officially on.
Yeah, this is quite exciting to see back Winona Ryder with Michael Keaton. And for me, this is a movie, I didn't think they could make a sequel with this, but they are. I'm looking forward to it. And I really hope everything turns out well. The two, I want to know if they're coming back or not, which I always bring this up to Lewis, is what about Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin? Will they be back?
You know, I'd like to see Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin back, but I think Alec Baldwin, Tim Burton a couple years ago when this was originally announced had made a joke, ghosts do not gain weight. So unfortunately, Alec Baldwin is not willing to do the work, so I don't know much about Alec Baldwin. And Gina Davis, she was in a TV series not too long ago, but I'm not sure how much on the map she still is as far as acting wise.
Now, can we find the guy? What's that guy's name? What's his name? He was a fat guy.
Otho.
Is he still around?
Last time I saw Otho, I believe he was on an episode of Law and Order, which, if you're an actor or an actress, ladies and gentlemen, you eventually end up on one of those Law and Order somehow.
Yeah, that's loosely how it happens. Most of them end up on SVU, but that's the only one still running. But go ahead, Luke.
I can definitely clarify one person that will not be in the film, and I hate to bring it up as a joke, but it's the truth. Unfortunately, Lydia's dad will not be in the film unless they recast him, because that man is in jail for things.
He's spending some time in jail.
Yeah,
let's just leave it at that.
For things we don't need to discuss right now.
But who is Lydia's mom?
That was Catherine O'Hara, actually, from the Home Alone series.
Her?
It hasn't been confirmed that they asked her yet. They're keeping this on the down low as possible. Tim Burton let Winona Ryder announce it, and even pull that out of her.
I want to see if they bring back those monsters. The one with the small head, and then the one that got ran over.
Yeah, but no, it's I'm curious to see what direction and what the plot of Beetlejuice 3 will actually become.
Beetlejuice 2.
Excuse me, 2. I'm jumping ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. I'm recommending
I mean,
a 3.
if they make money, then there'll be a Beetlejuice 2. Which I think they'll make money.
Oh yeah. Now, here's another franchise that I know our other friend Frank will be excited for, because he's a big fan of these movies. Always makes him laugh. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are returning, not just for 1, but 2 sequels. Bad Boys 2 and 3 is happening, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, we heard over the past 5-6 years, Bad Boys 3 was going to be made, and every year it would go by, and they would have it in the release calendar, and then it would get pushed back to next year, then next year, then next year, then next year. Then all of a sudden, a couple weeks ago, who's the guy that over there? Yeah,
Michael Bay.
Bay came out and said, we're not only doing Bad Boys 3, we're going to make Bad Boys 4, and they're going to be right one year apart from each other, it looks like.
Which
So now you got Bad Boys 3, what you wanted, and now you got Bad Boys 4. Now I don't know how it's gonna go. I just like how it went from all those years of Bad Boys 3 sitting on the shelf to now we're not just gonna do Bad Boys 3, we're gonna do Bad Boys 4.
Yep. It kind of makes me wonder if it's a 2-parter or if 4 will have its own separate story. I guess we got to see how Michael Bay blows it out of the water. Ha, you like that, right?
Yep. And speaking of franchises, Resident Evil. We went through so many movies. As you know, there has been another movie announced, Resident Evil, the final chapter. And yes, this is the final chapter. The man who directs most of the movie said, this one will be the last one. The actress who plays, what's her name? Alice?
Alice.
Has said this is her last Resident Evil movie, and they're going out with a bang. And usually they say, you say never, which means it can happen again. They make another movie, and then, what do you call it? But as of right now, they're saying, this is the last movie. They did 5 movies so far, I believe. 3, 4.
Yeah, this will be the 6th one in the installment.
And this is it, because the first one came out in 2002, and the next one comes out 2017. Basically, that's over 15 years altogether when we go to 2017.
Yeah.
So that has to end, and I wish them good luck. I hope they blow it out of the park for the new one. I always enjoyed their movies, so I can't wait to see what they have for the ending in store.
Yeah, it's all you can do is wait and see what's in store for the people that know the characters and the villain itself. We can see what Wesker has in store for the final Resident Evil. Also, here's one I'm excited for, because I was kind of skeptical about it, and then I went and found out that most of the original cast is in the film. And if you were a fan of the show in your childhood and you loved the first 2 movies that came out, the reboot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers looks like it will be like a passing of the torch movie, and a lot of your original characters, cast members, are in the film, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I heard the rumor, I read the rumor that people are throwing around that Jason and all those guys, the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, Blue, the Pink Ranger, and
one of the Yellow Rangers. We're not sure which one yet.
Will be back and penciled in. I don't know if this is like
what I'm getting out of it, like I said,
if they're going for one last fight, or are they just giving some young kids their powers for what do you call it, the last movie. But yeah, that's due out 2017 of January. So I know you Power Rangers fans want it soon, You want to see how they make it. Well, it's gonna have to take a little time because they say they want to get the script right.
And we always want to write script for. Oh, definitely. You know, another one I want to get into. If you've seen the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, then you know what movie I'm about to say. If you have not seen the trailer yet, then I hope you will join us on our Facebook page. It is on there, but it's finally happening. That wisecracking, smart aleck superhero himself, Deadpool, is getting a movie.
Yes, I saw me and Lou saw the trailer and we couldn't stop laughing. It was hysterical. Ryan Reynolds, I think they made a good choice. It fits him perfectly for that role. It makes up for the Green Lantern role, even though I thought he was good for that role, but this character really suits him more better. He has no filter. He can curse wherever he wants, does whatever he wants, and this is definitely one of those movies where you can go and say, I saw for more of the comedy than more of the action.
Right. I exactly agree on that. But here's what I say to you fans of the Deadpool series. Do not think this is one of those great super movies to take your child to see, because I honestly, if you know anything about Deadpool, this movie will absolutely be 100% rated R. So I wouldn't be recommending taking the children to see that one if I were you guys. Also, what else we got? We have
Well, I just read the other day they have finished Captain America Civil War. That's number 3 for this Captain America series. They got, what I want to know is this one they bring back Iron Man, and they're not only bring back Iron Man, they're bringing back the twins, Elizabeth Olsen, who was what do you call in that Marvel movie, in the Avengers movie. I forgot the power she had.
Yeah, she has
and her brother will be back. I don't.
Well, you know, I just noticed something too, Frankie. If as looking at the cast here, it looks like Ant-Man would make an appearance in Captain America.
Oh yes,
Paul Rudd is in there.
I forgot to tell you that. That was the big thing coming out. Maybe that was the end credit scene, but yeah, it leads into Captain America Civil War. Because if you are a Marvel fan, you always know the end credits lead into the next movie. So that's something you know. I didn't see it. Captain America Civil War's got a lot of buzz around it. Everyone knows it's not just Captain America in this movie. Iron Man's in this movie. Ant-Man's now in the movie, like Lou said. And yeah, and that's for next summer.
Also next summer, as I'm sitting here looking at it, you can count on Zac Efron and Seth Rogen to return to, I guess you want to call it the neighborhood. Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising.
Yes, and this time they're not battling men, I don't think. They're battling women. Because Zac Efron is here to help Seth Rogen and his wife, because I think there's an all-girl fraternity that moves in next door.
Listen,
So
I
that's
love
a
the
lot-
first one, so
So you're gonna get more laughs, but this is gonna be a whole new jibe, because now it's gonna have women, and you know it's gonna be funny as hell. And they're bringing back all the guys that were in Zac Efron's fraternity, like James Franco's brother. And so yeah, that should be one of the next summer's hits. And another movie that me and Lou looking forward to, one Lou's looking forward to, is Now You See Me second act. And Lou, you like that movie?
I mean, the Now You See Me, I like, you know, that type of stuff. You know, I like movies about illusion and stuff like that. You know, making you think that something's there that isn't. I thought the first movie was genius, and I think Now You See Me 2 will deliver that same chemistry. And I'm happy to welcome Daniel Radcliffe to the cast. I think he'll be good to it, along with Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, and Morgan Freeman as well, and Michael Caine, of course. You know, Michael Caine, in my opinion, but that's another conversation for another day. Probably one of the best Alfreds in the Batman series.
But Now You See Me, didn't the first one have like a twisted ending?
It did have a very good twist ending. So if you didn't see Now You See Me, I recommend you go and I definitely recommend you see it because it is one amazing film. And what was the one you were looking forward to, Frankie?
Well, I don't know if I'm looking forward to this, but I want to see how. I'm going in there with. I don't know. I'm just going in here to watch, but I already have a bad feeling about this. Ninja Turtles 2 Half Shell. You saw the new characters they picked for villains. We were not happy.
Not at all.
You also have cameos in there, stuff like that. We have a WWE wrestler named Sheamus. Is gonna be which person?
He's going to be Rocksteady. And ladies and gentlemen, if you know anything about Sheamus, if you're a WWE fan, you know that Sheamus is this pure white Irishman. And you know, I'm not sure if Michael Bay did this as a joke or not, but he will be becoming a Rhino. We'll leave it at that.
But not just that, we have Tyler Perry becoming Baxter Stockman. How do you feel on that? Considering most of Tyler Perry's work has been in a dress.
You know, I think this will be Tyler Perry's, that's probably the only villain I'm excited for. I think Tyler Perry could pull it off, and here's why I say this. He tried to branch out with Alex Cross. It kind of worked, it kind of didn't. He's trying to prove that he could be more than Medea. So I'm going to give Tyler Perry a shot on this. I think Tyler Perry can absolutely pull off a villain. I'm not sure on how far they will take it. And,
well, it's not just that. You have legions of Ninja Turtles fans back from the 90s. So if they see this, they might go, oh God, I'm not putting my money into this. So it's up to Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon to make this the best film they can, because of right now. And they also have Stephen Amell, who's going to be Casey Jones. They really went the opposite and picked and they didn't really pick a lot of actors you knew. Like Tyler Perry, we know, but he's only known for that one role, so this is different. Stephen Amell, we only know him from one TV show, and that's Arrow. So it's going to be a whole different thing with Ninja Turtles.
You know what? I got an idea. I'll make you laugh. If you enjoy 2 hours of Megan Fox, go see the movie anyway. You know, we all love our Megan Fox. Why not?
Well, that's one way to go with Lou. But yeah, that is true. She will be in the movie. Gentlemen, she is getting a divorce.
Yes, she's in the middle of
so
a
you can
divorce.
I'm sure she'll like to hear from your feedback.
Looks like we have one more on the list that we can talk about here. It's right under Turtles. Frankie, I'll let you take this one.
The Conjuring 2, the something poltergeist. I can't read that.
The Innerfield poltergeist, I think it says. Bear with us.
My eyes are too what do you call it to see that. But anyway, it's The Conjuring 2. Everyone wanted the sequel. You're gonna get the sequel next summer. All this, the original 2 that Hunt Ghosts are coming back. You know, the first one made tons of money, and it also was able to make side movies like Hannibal that made tons of money. And
I still have nightmares from Annabelle, by the way, listen, no joke, that movie scared the hell out of me in more ways than one.
Yes, it did on Lou's part. But yeah, so I can't wait to see what they bring to the next movie. And here's something I wanted to talk about, but I forgot last time. Independence Day 2
Oh.
comes out next year, the end of June. Kind of the same cast, just
The only two
the only two couple new people like Liam Hemsworth. Will Smith is not in this one, but Jeff Goldblum and the President Bill Pullman is in the movie. But it's funny because Will Smith's girlfriend is in it, Vivica A. Fox. But Will Smith is not in this, and it's Independence Day 2, and I guess we can consider another alien invasion happening.
Yep, we'll have to welcome the aliens to Earth all over again without the welcome committee of Will Smith. But you know, it's getting close to that time again. We're going to be closing the show.
And you can follow us at, Lou, you want to tell them?
Well, hold on. Let's do our side note before I forget. For those of you that are fans of Busting Ghosts and don't know how you feel about the all-girl Ghostbusters, but we can confirm for you that Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray are both making cameos in this film.
That is correct. They have confirmed it. I have read it on Wikipedia. They are ready to do cameos, and so is Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Hey, they're going different in this one.
Hey, listen, they just literally just hit the crazy train, if you ask me. But you know, send us your feedback, comments at Direct Movie Review on Facebook. We're Direct Movies on YouTube. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. And Direct Movie Review at Twitter.
And you can like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. You can always watch the past episodes on YouTube. I always put up the past episodes on Facebook, along with other movie trailers, movie news, what made it money in the box office. I'm always updating the page for new movie stuff. So come on, like the page, because I got a lot of stuff I put up there for you guys to enjoy.
Yes, and we're signing out. I'm Lou.
And I'm Frankie.
And
we thank you.
And we thank you. And as they say in the movies, that's a wrap.